From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
Now at 6, what to do about the squalid conditions many farm workers have to live in. There may be solutions in sight.
It's important for the community to learn what they're working on and how the community can help.
Plus, get ready to say goodbye to free parking on Sundays in San Francisco, why officials say they're making changes.
And retired Bay Area doctors stepping up in a big way to address a growing crisis, why they say it is critical they come back to work. Live from the CBS studios in San Francisco, I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Andrea Nakano. It's been almost 5 months since the deadly mass shooting in Half Moon Bay. The tragedy shed light on the troubling conditions a lot of farm workers are living in. A summit today offered a space for people and to air their grievances and talk about improvement.
Jose Martinez was there in Half Moon Bay with the story.
It was definitely an interesting day here in Half Moon Bay as a gathering of farm workers came together to attend a public summit where they were able to express their concerns about issues like housing, clean water, and health care. Petra Murillo, a farm worker living in Half Moon Bay, left her home in Mexico in search of a better life 22 years ago, but she says it hasn't been easy. She tells me we've never had a good living situation since we got here. Motivated by their challenges, Petra decided to attend a public summit that shed light on the daily critical issues farm workers encounter. She tells me our biggest problem is housing. We can't rent an expensive place to live because we can't afford it based on our income. It's barely the minimum wage. In addition to affordable housing, the summit discussed other vital topics such as access to clean water and health care. Livia Gonzalez, another farm worker, shared similar concerns. She says many farm workers don't go to the doctor because they don't have health insurance. The high cost doesn't allow them to do so. Everything is expensive, going to the doctor, buying medication. Victoria Sanchez de Alba, one of the summit's organizers, emphasized the significance of having elected officials present to raise awareness about these issues.
It's important for the community to learn what they're working on and how the community can help, as I mentioned. Pass legislation, secure funding, improve services, and get the projects built that improve the lives of farm workers. They deserve it.
And Petra tells me she hopes that these conversations can actually help them get better living conditions as soon as possible.
This week, Governor Newsom signed the second of 2 bills that will make it easier for farm workers to vote in union elections. The original bill was signed back in September after weeks of protests. It allows farm workers to unionize without having to vote in person. This follow-up bill removes the option to unionize through mail-in ballots. And after months of student organization, undocumented students are close to being able to work on campus at any of the 10 University of California campuses. The university's Board of Regents has appointed a group to come up with a plan on how to best do that by the end of November.
In Santa Rosa, the drunk driving suspect who crashed her Tesla into somebody's home overnight is the wife of the county's top law enforcement official. Police say the 47-year-old crashed into a fence and a tree before plowing through the walls of this home near Calistoga Road and Montecito Boulevard. One of the residents was injured by a shard of glass. The sheriff's wife was booked into county jail. Sheriff Eddie Engram released this statement saying, "As a husband, I am greatly concerned about my wife's well-being. As a citizen and sheriff, I am also concerned about the well-being of the person inside the home who suffered injuries. Santa Rosa police are investigating this case to avoid a conflict of interest." San Jose Convention Center transformed into a huge dental clinic today. And best of all, it was free. The line to get in went around the block. Dentists came together to provide care to thousands of people. Many of those getting treatment don't have access to dental care, or if they do, it's too expensive.
The implants is so expensive, and when you become a senior, the insurance is not like what it is when you're working, you're taking care of yourself.
The event continues tomorrow at the San Jose Convention Center. Hundreds of school children are out on the tarmac at SFO today learning about careers in aviation. Kids got to climb into the cockpit and study the engines and practice ground signals with professionals from Alaska Airlines. They showed them the dozens of different careers in aviation. Alaska hopes to inspire a new generation of pilots.
It's very important to us to educate and inspire these kids so we can create a more diverse workforce. So when I started 30 years ago, there were very few pilots. So me seeing a female pilot it's that aha moment, right? And so that's what our hope is here today.
Aviation Day is an annual event the airline takes around the country, and it's the first time it's landed in the Bay Area. Well, San Francisco has figured out yet another way to get more money out of visitors.
And it will mean no more free parking on Sundays. As Devin Feely reports, some are not happy about having to pay to park.
It's often said that there are no free rides in life, and soon it will be equally true that there's no free parking in San Francisco on Sundays anymore.
I don't think you should pay on Sundays. I wish it was cheaper.
Philip Page drove in from Sacramento to visit Fisherman's Wharf. He says the change in the city's parking policy might just be enough to put the brakes on future trips.
It costs a lot more. Everything's going up. I mean, gas and everything, and it's just not fair.
Faced with a projected $130 million budget shortfall in 2025, the city announced it was extending paid parking hours until 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and adding them during the day on Sunday.
I think it's fine. I think we need to generate all the revenue we need to generate, and I think, the city is a little under budget right now, so I think that's a great way to increase revenues.
Robbie Intherin says he's not thrilled to pay more, but he says he understands the cash-strapped city has to find a way to make more money and hopes it gets spent on budget priorities like public safety.
We would love to reduce crime in general around property crime or auto theft crime. Any one of those would be useful.
It's not entirely clear just yet how much extra revenue the expanded parking hours would generate. Plus, they're being phased in popular tourist spots like Fisherman's Wharf first, and then gradually expanding to the rest of the city by the end of next year. According to SFMTA, the city's offered free Sunday parking since 1947, a time that Phillips calls the good old days.
Kind of sucks. I like getting back in the old days where it was cheaper and you didn't really have to pay a whole lot.
Those days are gone. You'll have to pay more beginning July at Fisherman's Wharf. The last phase doesn't begin until May of next year, with neighborhoods like Bayview and Chinatown and the Tenderloin.
Some of PG&E's best linemen got the chance to show their skills at a training facility in Livermore today. More than 100 electrical workers competed in numerous events that included pole climbing, rescuing injured workers, and using electrical equipment. The winners will have a chance to compete at the 2023 annual International Linemen's Rodeo in Kansas.
Traffic alert for North Bay drivers. Caltrans closed 11 miles of Highway 37 early this morning so they could rebuild the railroad crossing at Sears Point. Closure goes from Highway 121 at Sears Point to Walnut Avenue in Vallejo. Caltrans says it will be open again tomorrow at 11 a.m. And on the subject of road closures, tomorrow is Beta Breakers in downtown San Francisco, and off they go, which means there will be a lot of traffic and a lot of street closures to be aware of, as thousands of people in costumes or out of costumes will begin the annual race, which starts downtown near the Embarcadero, going 7.5 miles through the city before ending up at Ocean Beach.
A couple of simultaneous food festivals in the East Bay this weekend. Fremont's Burgers and Brews Festival had a lot of visitors enjoying all kinds of beer, wine, and liquor, along with food trucks and a best burger competition. A dozen craft breweries came out from across Northern California to show off their products. Meanwhile, downtown Pleasant Hill is taken over by the Art, Wine, and Music Festival. They say it's got something for the whole family with beer garden, artisan crafts fair, children's zone, and staged productions.
We're hoping a lot of people come out and support the community and enjoy themselves listening to music all day long and having fun. So when you talk about downtown Pleasant Hill, we're taking up the entire area. It's all barricaded off, so it's very walking and family friendly. Bring your dogs out, bring your kids out. It's a lot of fun.
The festival continues tomorrow from 10 to 8 o'clock.
Well, volcanic ash temporarily shut down 2 Mexico City airports today. Take a look. Popocatépetl has been active this week with flowing lava and exploding ash. The explosions today were more intense, with the ash reducing visibility, and 2 of Mexico City's 3 major airports were shut down for nearly 6 hours. What a classic-looking plume from a volcano.
Every now and then you hear a story about a library book being returned years after its due date.
This is a little crazy, though. Juliet Goodrich has a story from Napa County of a book almost a century overdue.
I'm afraid to touch it, but I can show it to you. Let's see. Oops, it's falling apart, so it doesn't have a spine anymore.
This library book is in bad shape, but can you blame it? It's seen a lot over the last 141 years.
One of my staff members brought it, came up and said, oh, somebody had returned that book. And they thought it was really cool. It was a really old book, and we didn't realize quite how old it was. It's falling apart.
Falling apart and past due to the St. Helena Library by 96 years.
All of us are just, wondering where the book could have been for so long, from checked out in 1927. And actually, none of us have seen a library book that was checked out in 1892 or anything else. And to have it be from this library from that far back is really incredible.
In fact, the book is older than the library as we know it today. Published in 1892, it was one of the first books available back when the library was a subscription service. Think of it like the Netflix of its day, 25 cents a month to check out books. Had someone wanted to browse its pages, they would have done that here. This was the reading room in 1886. And this is what the library looked like in 1927 after it became public.
Almost 100 years since it was, we assume it was in the building. So we just would love to know where it's been.
The book's title, you ask? A History of the United States by Benson Lossing. A mystery man returned it last week with little explanation.
The gentleman just said that something about his father, but didn't catch anything else. He didn't give his name. It wasn't somebody that she recognized. Other staff have no idea who this gentleman is. So we'd love to find out more about the story.
The library hopes to add its own chapter to the story of this long missing book. But if the man who returned it is watching by chance, there is some good news on this past due bill, estimated at more than $1,700.
It would have been a lot, but I don't think that we would have charged that much at any point.
And with the condition it's in, I doubt they're going to be checking it out again. It was checked out of a St. Helena library so long ago that Calvin Coolidge was president at the time. Calvin Coolidge, who became president, I think, after Warren Harding died in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
The Palace Hotel. And it was Coolidge, and then somebody checked out a book. It's all connected.
Yeah, and the library doesn't charge late fees anymore. So they're not going to charge this guy with this fee, but they want to know more about who turned it in and where it was.
Yeah. That's the mystery. Hope you solved it for us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 11.